Today we're going to talk about my upcoming book called StashWork. I'm going to show you some of the quilt patterns within it. Okay, so StashWork has a expected release date of September 30th, but that is not set in stone. And at the time of recording this video, I am months before release day. So I actually have sent these patterns to testers already, and at the time of recording this video, I only have tops. I've still got a long way to go to get this book released, so that September 30th is kind of just the expected release date. But the closer I get, the more I'll know for sure exactly what date it'll be releasing. Okay, so StashWork is a book about taming your stash. So think all things fabric stash, the best way to organize or different ways of organizing, colors that work well together, why you need a healthy stash, things like that. Occasionally, we let our stashes get a little out of hand. Like for me, that is with the color orange. I buy more orange fabrics than anything else. And sometimes that part of my stash just gets out of control and it won't even fit in the place that I have, allotted for it. So that's what the patterns in this book are for. There's 4 quilt patterns. They are not bucket list quilts. They are very basic, streamlined, easy, get it done in a weekend type of quilts. So they're all strip pieced. They're made to be very, very efficient so that you can focus on that part of your stash that needs that taming and get it taken care of. These are quilt patterns that I really needed for my personal problems. So I thought maybe they might be good for you too. In the book, I go into some of the easiest ways to choose fabrics for a quilt. And these patterns, they are made exactly for those examples I give you. This is going to make more sense when I show you these quilt tops, so let me do that now. You have seen another version of this quilt pattern before, but this is called Checky. And let me get up here. And Checky attacks light versus dark. So think light versus dark fabrics. And for me, this one really cleaned out some of my low volume stash, and then I kind of attacked like 1 or 2 colors. So I went for all my blushes and berry colors, browns and yellow, a little bit of yellow, not much yellow. But this attacked those parts of my stash. Now, this quilt pattern is not sewing squares together. God, no, right? This is kind of what I did when my very first quilt ever was sew squares together. That is not how these quilts are put together. They're strip pieced, so way more efficient than sewing squares. They're actually a lot of fun to put together this way. If you purchased my Inner Beauty quilt pattern, same concept, super fast, super efficient. All right, so that is Checky. All right, this one is Dandy. Let me get up here. Dandy is an ombre styled quilt. And what I've done on this quilt is I've really gone after my low volume stash, which is one of my areas of my stash that always has more fabrics than any other color. And then I went to medium colors, and then I went to my darkest colors. So that's kind of what the pattern delves into, light, medium, and dark. And it shows you how to make them in this kind of ombre style. Of course, this is so many ways to make this pattern your own. And again, we're not sewing rectangles together in this pattern. We are strip piecing. Okay, I think this is probably my favorite of all 4 of the patterns. This one is called Flossy. I liked playing with colors in this one. And for this pattern, I kind of attacked my low volume drawer again. And then these three allowed me, the color portions of this quilt allowed me to use anything I wanted, but I stuck within two shades. So I went with my pinks and my oranges. So it kind of eliminated a lot of orange and pinks for me, and low volumes, of course. So that one is Flossy. All right, this last quilt is called Tangle, and it is a rail fence quilt. This one has a lot of opportunity to do your own thing. All right, so this is what I did with mine. So I made sure that I had a center white fabric in all of my blocks. But again, this one, there's just so many ways to make this one your own, and the pattern really delves into that, light to dark, or whatever you want. But for what I did, I attacked low volume again. I attacked all my blushes and browns and berries, really my pink drawer. So I've got blushes and berry shades, but then I also made sure that I got my browner fabrics too. All right, so that is Tangle. Unlike my previous book, these quilt patterns within the StashWork book are full quilt patterns. So they have 3 different size quilts and a pillow. So each of them have that. I haven't done my pillows yet, but as soon as I get them done, I'll be showing you. All right, so again, the book is available to pre-order. During the pre-order period, it does have a discount on it, and I expect it to be releasing around September 30th. Fingers crossed. You can find it now at meanderandmake.com. I think that's all. If you follow me over on Instagram, or if you're subscribed to my newsletter, you can watch me finish these quilts up there. All right, so I think that's all. I'll see you next time.